I guess.
All right, we're recording.
Hi everyone, welcome to the first of two town halls for the upcoming or currently ongoing reps council elections. This town hall is supposed to give reps the chance to ask candidates questions they want to have answers for, as well as for candidates to give a short introduction, who they are, where they come from, what they have recently been doing. First, I would like to give some general information about the elections. We have 6 candidates. That's Mehul, Monica, Vaibhav, Yofi, Prathamesh, and Mayur. We have 2 open spots. That means that 6 candidates is a pretty good number, and elections actually make sense. So thank you all for nominating yourself, for stepping up to that important council positions. I want to also remind all reps that voting in the council elections is important. Please take your time to watch these town halls, read the discourse posts, and really have an idea of who are the candidates who you should be voting for. And please don't vote for people you know, but rather for people you think will be the best fit for the reps program. The next steps for the elections is the currently ongoing Q&A, which started on Discourse yesterday. I see you are laughing because of QA. Yes, yes. We're gonna have a second town hall on Thursday at 6 p.m. UTC. The question and answer period will finish on October 7th. And the day after that, on October 8th, the voting will start for all reps who participate, and that will last until October 15th. Are there any questions generally about the elections? Okay, then. Then I would like to give about 1 minute to each candidate here to introduce themselves. And we're gonna start, let's say, alphabetically by first name. That means first up is Mayur.
So, hello guys, can you hear me? Okay, so hi, my name is Moyu Patil. I'm a Mozilla rep from India. I'm also on the current reps council, and I have been contributing to different areas. So one of them is I'm also a part of the campus community. So I'm helping Christos with his open open source student network. Apart from that, I'm also on the campaigns team. I help Constantine and Lucy and Kiki with the campaigns. Apart from that, I'm also a part of the privacy and security team. So we deal with a lot of activities around privacy, and recently we also did campaigns around Aadhaar. And I'm also a community builder. So that's all for me.
Then next up is Prathamesh.
Hey guys, this is Prathamesh. I'm a rep from India. I'm a part of a current council, as well as I'm a part of the review team, and I'm kind of managing the swags for India right now from the India warehouse. Apart from this, I'm also working with the designing team and policy team in terms of getting resources and managing most of the stuff from the volunteers part. And yes, I'm a candidate contesting these elections. Thank you.
And then we have Yofi.
Yeah, hello. My name is Yofi. Can you hear me clearly? Okay. I'm Mozilla Reps from Indonesia. I joined the Reps program since 2011, so that's quite a long time. And I work as a web designer actually, and I work closely with the Mozillians in our local community in Indonesia. And for the past 3 years, we run a Mozilla community space in Jakarta. and we use that space not only to become the hub and build our relationship with other developer communities in Indonesia, but also we always try to use the space to support the Mozilla Reps program, such as Dark Funnel and everything that is we have been doing for the past few months. Yeah. So yeah, I think that's it from me. Thank you.
Thank you all. Then I guess we can move to the questions. Are there any questions for the candidates in the room here? If not, I can start with one. We have pre-compiled a few interesting questions. We are gonna do the same thing in terms of order, but this time the other way around. So first Yofi, then Pratamesh, then Mayur. And then we just keep shuffling so everyone can start first. We're gonna figure that out. The first question is, what is your most recent contribution to the REPS program on a programmatic level?
Okay, what is my recent contribution to Reps program on programmatic level? Since we, as I told before, since we run a community space and we regularly try to support the campaigns happening on happen on the community space in Jakarta. And we try to also always follow what are the latest happening in Mozilla and share those updates on most coffee events happening on our community space.
Pratamesh?
Okay, so I'm a part of the current council, and in terms of that, I have helped with the creation of most of the things. I've written a blog. Probably I'll be sharing it in the group. Yes.
Mayur, as you're a current council member as well, go for it.
So the most recent contribution on the programmatic level will be about the rebranding of Mozilla Reps. So like changing the branding on every platform. So I had to find out different wikis, videos. So one thing that I did was this. The other was changing the reporting system in the Reps portal. So it was outdated. We updated new fields and added necessary fields. Also the dark funnel, if it counts, because so recently I participated in that. Apart from that, so we recently moved to the new newsletter thing. So also deactivating the previous account. So this is like my programmatic side.
Perfect. I see Monica just joined. Can you hear us?
Hi.
Perfect. Do you want to give a quick introduction yourself?
Okay, hello, my name is Monica. I don't know, you see me? Yes, okay. Hello, my name is Monica. I am from Colombia and I'm working with the Mozilla Native of the program of localization, the tools of Mozilla in the indigenous language for some countries of Latin America. And I am reps and mentor, and I working with the open leadership court. For my role is that mentor. Okay.
Thank you. Does anybody in the room have a question, or should I just continue with the one we have?
Okay, me?
Sure.
Yep. what do you think of how do you think the RED program will be in next year in the end of 2019? What do you want to see?
As I said before, we're just gonna shuffle with who is gonna respond to it, and random generator says Prathamesh. So random.
Okay, so in 2019, the next year, I would like to see the recognition system or the I don't know, the visibility system in terms of generic contribution areas. I think that that needs a fit, as in that needs some work. We are confined to rep of the month as of now for the recognition, but I think that there could be some more things which could be added in terms of recognition, visibility, and I would like to see that change in the reps program.
Monica?
I think it's not in the call. Yes.
Yeah, just looked at the participants list. I think she lost the connection. Then random generator says Mayur.
Okay, so a good system. So we are trying the Mozillian's profile and things around it. So we can have a good vouching recognition for every volunteer. And then the second thing is about the appreciation for the inactive members. The third thing will be right criteria for the reps mentor. The fourth will be we are working on the onboarding right now, but then what we are missing is about a marketing part. We need to just reach out to more and more Mozillians who are not reps and try to get them involved with the program, because right now I can see the input, the incoming reps are very less, and for the future campaigns and what we are working on, we also need right candidates. So if we are unable to reactivate the existing, we need to have the new set of reps ready for the program. And the last thing would be bridging the communication. So not everyone attends the reps call. So what we are right now doing is we are posting the similar things on Telegram group, updating them on different social medias, Discord, Twitter. So we are trying to reach the volunteers who are active on their platform. So this is what I think.
I didn't manage to write everything down, so if somebody wants to help take notes, please. By the way, I'm adding the questions that are coming from the room to topic 3, so we have a nice split there. No. Brain, who's next? Yofi is next.
Okay. I think Mayur took most of my words because I quite have the same idea. I mean, I hope that in the next year we can encourage more and more, and I can see more young people and new faces to join the REPS program. Because since focusing our effort to reactivate the reps that are already not active anymore, maybe we should put our effort more on how we can get more people interested to join the program, young and new and fresh people. And I think it would be great if we can improve our social channels and all the media that we have to, like Rep's website, to get more publicity for the reps that have done a great job, so we can like make a blog, sorry, something like that. So improve our social channels. Yeah.
Monica, are you back and can we hear you?
Okay, see, yes, I understand.
Perfect.
But I don't understand when you say the block, in they use the block for the Mozilla reps. Won't you repeat the question, please?
The question was, what do you think the reps program will look like by the end of 2019? So in a year?
Okay. Okay.
Is Monica still in the call?
I don't
No.
think so, no.
I think we
Yay
lost
for video. Yeah. I'll give her the chance to respond to that one once she joins again. Then we got a new question for the candidates that already were on council. What new things or objectives have you planned for these elections, which can be adapted to the current scenario of reps and Mozilla in general? You want to know who has to start? Do you just want to figure it out yourself? Jonas pointed to somebody.
I was counting and Prathamesh went out.
Okay, can you hear me because it was raining when the beginning here.
Very hard. And I could understood, but it was noisy. Not sure about the rest.
And, okay, I'll still go with that. Please bear with me. Sorry, very sorry. Okay, I think that my previous campaign when I contested, it was completely different in terms of ideas because I was not that mature. I wasn't knowing what's happening with the Reps Council, what exactly is there inside the Reps Council. So the previous agenda with which I had contested the election in the last year was quite immature, or I want to say it was a developing agenda. But since I'm in council, I know what exactly how things work and how to proceed with things. So I am assured how things work in council. And this year's agenda is more of a practical agenda. I mean, I know which things needs improvement, which things could be taken up in the council, and we can work upon that. And that's the reason there is a quite difference in this year's agenda and the last year's agenda of mine. This year, I'm focusing more on the issues which the volunteers face directly in terms of interaction with the council or with doing activities and stuff like that. And yeah, that is the difference. So if you can go through the agenda or the points which I have mentioned in the discourse link, I've answered few questions. I've answered few questions. Can you hear me still? Okay, I've answered few questions, and those are more of a generic idea about how my agenda for the next year would be. So yes.
I guess it's only you now, Mayur.
So as Prathamesh said, we are used to the system now because last year when we joined, most of our time went into the onboarding and understanding things, reading a lot of documentation. But the things that I would be working on are 2 points which is missing. First one is the conflict resolution. So I came across a lot of Mozillans, they still have conflicts in their local communities. Apart from that, like if you consider any contribution, there are gatekeepers everywhere. So we need to also tackle this situation. So there are people who are missing out this opportunity just because few of the maybe people are taking the control over the contribution. So I feel apart from what others will be doing, I'll be focusing on these two main points.
Thank you. We have a question incoming for Yofi, but that person is still writing, so let's see. It says, you talk about improving the social action. The GitHub repo seems that it's not used anymore. What do you think that we can do to improve and avoid to have a reps council member that leads the effort? Can I ask who wrote that? I'm copying the question above so it's in the right place. So I think I'm not sure if I understand the question. Yofi, do you understand the question?
Yeah, I'm trying to digest.
I don't
think
think
it's
it's
from
specific
Daniele.
to a specific GitHub repo. It doesn't mention which repo.
And from the color, I think it's from Daniele.
That could be.
Kiki is the master of all trades.
I guess we can come back to that one and go forward with next question, which is, what do you think reps can do to reactivate dormant community in a lot of regions? And now your feed can start.
Wait, I'm trying to understand what is dormant.
Dormant
Oh,
means
okay.
sleeping, inactive.
Ignored.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Activate dormant regions. Okay, yeah. So as I said before, it's important to make a good publicity for our reps program, not only for the inside reps, I mean for other reps, but also to people outside the reps itself, what we are doing and how we are doing things. It's important to get recognition from people also outside from the reps program. So publicity is important, and that's why it's also important for us to get how we can attract new and young and fresh people, maybe even young from the millennials, to get to know our reps program more and how they can coming on board and join. And that will be take an effort and maybe process, because we might be deal with a different generation, that we might to also synchronize our ways of working with what they think is better for their generation. I think it's important to make our reps program be get more publicity by the new and young and fresh people. Yeah, something like that.
What does my random generator say?
Sorry?
Yes, you had. I mean you.
What your question? Sorry.
No, not for you. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
If Joanna doesn't want to pick somebody, I'm gonna pick somebody.
Well, my Mayor. I was looking if Monica returned. That's why I took you longer, because I wanted to give her the floor, but she's still not in. So Mayur, you have the floor, sir.
And do I have
So,
the same question?
sorry, by the way, Monica has problems on joining the videos. I asked her to also reply on Etherpad because she has a lot of errors.
That's perfect, thank you. And yes, same question.
Yeah, so to increase the participation in sorry. So to increase the, as Yofi said, we need to have pre-onboarding for the program. So apart from that, we should test the vouching system. So if I participate in a particular campaign and if I get vouch for it, there are high chances I will participate again. And we should have more value added campaigns like the one we had, the dark funnel. So we gave them 98% right data. So likewise, if we can have such more useful campaigns in the future, all the volunteers will feel more valued because their uh, reporting and suggestions would be actually implemented or helping the. So the others are the recognition, and the other important thing is about the communication. So during the dark funnel campaign, we had this difficulty in reaching out to every community using their mailing list. So if we can work on that, so that can help us reach more and more volunteers. Yeah, that's all from me.
The only one left, Prathamesh. I see you twice now.
Yeah, that is because I have created a backup machine for Linux, and this is my Windows. This is not my machine. This is my neighbor's computer because my laptop is not having the, I don't know, the camera is not. Sorry. Okay.
Like engineers, you fixed it. No matter what, you fixed it.
Backup should be there. All right, kidding. Okay, so the first thing is if the community is getting inactive, then there could be many reasons. So my first take in this is find the reason. It could be communication. It could be the campaigns which the community would like to have are not getting rolled up as they should, or the mentor or the person who was taking care or the caretaker of the community is no longer active. So there could be any reasons. So the first thing is to understand what exactly has gone wrong with the community, and based on that inputs, as I said, campaigns or point of contact, mentorship, getting new things rolled out. So that stuff will follow.
Thank you. Daniele, do you want to? Is he even hearing me? Probably not. Daniele?
And that's how you catch not paying attention. Mm.
Okay then.
Maybe you have to also show the hand so he can understand we are talking about him. And I guess now he will understand. No? He's smiling, so for sure he saw me, but
Yeah.
yes.
Is
Okay,
he
Okay
on
yeah.
the
then.
library maybe?
Yeah, probably. Michael, go on. Sorry for that.
I'm gonna drop in another question from the pre-compiled ones. Let me copy paste that into the flow above. Wait a second. So, what is missing for mission-driven Mozillians in the reps program? Thank you, Daniele, for that question. Really good. Who's gonna start? I have no randomness left. Figure it out.
Yofi.
Actually, I don't really understand the question, so it would be great if someone can give example.
Do you know we know who put the question, Michael? To give an okay.
Can someone
I
explain
think
more about the
Daniela
question?
is writing.
Mission driven Moses, yeah. What is missing? Okay, so the question sorry for that. You know, if one you know about mission driven Mozillians thing, and what do you think is missing right now for that in the REPS program? And yeah, the more details was like how we can improve this into the program.
Is
Yeah, I
that
can
some,
start.
okay, is there some kind of campaign that are already running?
Do you mean mission driven Mozillians? If you are asking about mission driven Mozillians, someone pasted there the update, and it is I wouldn't say necessarily a part of, but we identify what motivates Mozillians to contribute, and a big chunk of it is the mission-driven ones, who no matter what they do are sticking here for Mozilla, for the mission, with Mozilla for the mission. Here you can see Sumo, Alten, Case, things that don't necessarily a person under mission-driven Mozilla can do contributions in different fields without necessarily having one favorite, or they would do what would need to support the mission, something. And for them, in the last year, Constantina and the team organized several campaigns, very dedicated in a short amount of time to get different goals or achievements in the. So about it, that's the thing about mission-driven Mozillians, and with this new strategy around kind of campaigns, several, and the question is, what do you think we can do even more to support these mission-driven Mozillians through Mozilla Reps program?
Yeah, I can start if Michael is okay with it.
Now I need to approve? Ooh. Let me think about it. Yes, you can.
Thanks, Michael. Okay, so in a nutshell, a mission-driven Mozillian is something which is, let's say, I'm contributing to Mozilla for the love of Mozilla. Then that's the reason I'm in Mozilla, and that is where this campaign is all focused on, in very generic, simple terms. Okay, so now, yes, Joanna.
Can sorry to interrupt, but can you please talk a bit slowly, because you are really very fast, and some people, including me, might not understand everything, and we want to hear you and understand. You're really
Okay, in a basic nutshell, mission-driven Mozillian program focuses on those contributors who contribute to Mozilla for the love of Mozilla. Okay, so the one thing which I personally felt was kind of missing in this program was, let's say, a community has gone completely dormant. Okay, example, for the sake of example, Pune city is one community, so that has gone completely dormant. So what all things are we going to do under mission-driven Mozillians to reactivate that community and get the volunteers on board is something which I feel could be improved. I mean, yes, that is something which I feel in the mission-driven Mozillian.
Mayur?
Okay, so what is missing from the Mozilla mission-driven Mozilla in the Reps program? So the thing that I feel is missing is regular events and updates. So we need to have the momentum going on. So the duration between the two events of the campaign is more. So like one of the example is like Yofi is unaware about the mission-driven. So likewise, a lot of the reps might be also unaware about what are the things that we are working on. So as a council member, I know a lot of, because we are, communication with the teams, the open innovation team. So we have every update, but the reps didn't have a communication directly with the open innovation team. So they don't know what they are working on, what strategies they are implementing, unless and until you visit their week.
Hello. I think yeah. After try to, like Mayur say, I'm unaware with that phrase, mission-driven Mozillians. But I recognize that lately we run many campaigns to try to drive the Mozillians to do more contributions, like have a clear goals, like what kind of contribution they can do, like submitting a URL on the dark funnel campaign. And I think it's already a good thing that already running, and it just we need more better publicity and marketing tools. Marketing tools could be like how we can have more publicity on social channels, and we can also like create marketing tools like video to explain what is the mission-driven Mozillian really is. And I think those are all the things that I can suggest related to this.
Good, good. Thank you. Then, does anybody understand the next question? Well, I'm mostly struggling about the appeal part, but I guess.
So I'll make it simplified. I don't know who has asked the question, but it's more of like, let's say we have people who have different backgrounds. Some might be engineers, some might be doctors, some might be professionals. So how exactly we can help them to increase participation, as in how we can increase participation of such diverse people.
Yeah, hello everybody. I have asked the question. My name is Vishal. I have asked this question, and as Prathamesh explained, that was exactly what I was intending to ask. So yeah, we're good to go.
Yeah, hello. I want to start to answer this question. Yeah, okay. So yeah, that's what I'm actually seeing on the field, that many people actually on the Mozilla events that we are running, we have people who come from many different backgrounds and have different skill sets, but everyone is using the internet. So it's important that we can encourage them and give them room for them to help to contribute to protect to help Mozilla doing what Mozilla is doing, which is protecting the internet to be keep open. And in this case, I think in future, the thing that very good that being run by us is like doing many different campaigns with clear goals. And I think for future campaigns or events that we are making, we can like make clear targets, like, hey, for this event, there are some specific target that we can achieve, like such age gender, like students maybe, or elders, or people with what kind of backgrounds, developers or non-developers. We can like mention that on the events, like if you are come from this background, you can clearly help to contribute on these events. And it's important for us to also make like a local database, like hey, we have this skill sets of this group of people that have these specific skill sets. We can also make a list of other people that have different skill sets. Then we can try to see like what we can explore for their skill sets, the skill sets that they have. Yeah, I think that's it. Thank you.
Can I add something to that? So, so as Yofi said, so the campaign, so try to change the language. So we also mentioned like only you can contribute only few minutes. So if that's something like you can give 15-20 minutes and you can report 5-10 websites. And so I think we have already started working on the language part. It's something like you don't need to have technical skills. This is also what we mentioned in the introductory email that we sent to everyone, that you don't need technical skills, you don't need to be coming from a computer background, you just have to do this. So likewise in the future we can also work on the, maybe what we can say, vocabulary that appeals to non-computer background people. So yeah, and the other thing is about the events page. So we clearly mention all the steps that you need to take in order to run the campaign. So even Constantina recorded a good video tutorial of the things that you can do to report. So likewise in the future we can also add multiple videos stating like these are the things you need to do in order to complete the task. And apart from that, we also had this in multiple languages. So I think we are on the right track.
Prathamesh is nodding. I guess you agree.
Yeah. So it's all about creating opportunities. If you take my point. So my point is creating opportunities. So let's say that the dark funnel campaign or the newsletter team. It's a classic example. So let's say I'm not a coder, or I'm not a guy who is more into testing a product or coding, or into more generic core contributions thing. So these are the opportunities which were created for the people who were not into that computer role or anything like that. So dark funnel campaign, or even if we take example of the newsletter team. So in newsletter team, we have to, it's a team of 2 people plus 1 reps council. Okay. So in that, the basic criteria is if you're aware of designing, if you can write content. So that is where you can be a part of the newsletter team. So that was the only skill set which was required. So it's all about creating opportunities and promoting people. This is how it goes. So if you ask me, my take on this is creating opportunities like campaigns or teams, or in generic way. It's kind of a platform wherein people can demonstrate their skill set. That's it.
Perfect. Thank you. We have 12 minutes left. I think we can do one more question that is full-time answer, and then the last question will be about 10 seconds each. Does that make sense? Perfect. Then the next question. Oh, by the way, there are also some specific questions for specific people. I've put them at the bottom of the Etherpad in the topic 3 category. So after the call, you can individually answer those. Good. Next question. Do you think the current number of applications for the REPS program is too low? If so, what do you think the current REPS members can do for that?
Really good question. Who put this one? I'll send him something.
I have a feeling for Daniel, but I want to do some.
Again, should I do like this so he understands that I'm talking about the question he put? Was it Daniel? I promise I'll send you a good pizza, not a bad pizza.
I want to first answer this question. Okay. So yeah, to be honest, I don't have the exact number or data like how many applications do we have. Maybe a lot already. But I believe many people will come and go from this program, and it's important to be balanced that number, and how current reps can help. Like maybe recommend people that they on the community that they think have a good potential to be become a part of the reps program. So it's important for the current reps to have recommend.
Ramesh?
Yeah, totally agree with you, Yofi. That is what I had in mind. So let's say there is a community and people know that there could be some contributors who are perfectly fit for becoming a rep. Then it is their part to to ask those people or nominate them for the reps program is the one thing. Second thing is most of the times what happens is, let's say I go on a wiki and I try to browse what all things I can contribute to Mozilla. Then sometime it so happens that some people they get landed on the Mozilla reps program. So it's more about improving our digital presence on the social media as well. And the third thing which I personally feel is let's say that there is a person who is aspirant or who wants to apply for a reps program and he's not getting the proper mentorship, he's hesitant. So there could be some people or some a POC which could be appointed, or which we can create a role wherein he could be contacted by a aspirant to proceed with the reps application, and a kind of Q&A kind of thing. So yes, these are the three things which I feel could be improved.
Mayur?
So I don't think we have reps applicants because every year we have the same number. So I think we have the same momentum every time. And I agree the diversity is missing, like diversity in terms of contribution or maybe region. So I think maybe next time we can work upon that.
Thank you. Then, as a final question, we can do more than 10 seconds each. Feel free to take a little bit more. The question is, what would you suggest as a new campaign to be run by the Open Innovation team, like the recent Dark Funnel campaign, for example, and why? Random number generator says 2 and 2 is Mayur. Oh, double randomness.
Okay, so the new campaign that we can run, maybe a dark funnel for the Android APK. So there are also lot of custom builds are revolving around the Firefox, the Rocket, or the Focus. So maybe we can have an event just to find different APKs, unauthorized APKs. The other would be campaigns regarding what the communities face. Like, for example, in India we had the Aadhaar thing, so we had a campaign. But maybe in Indonesia there is a different internet problem. Maybe we can cover that as well. Apart from that, the OSS open source to the internet, maybe we can run a pilot different regions. And the other campaigns might be something like equal rating or the current internet issue, the global one.
I'm speaking while muted. Yofi?
Yeah, I'm thinking that maybe we can run a campaign that is more focused on local. So we try to understand what is the main topic that is being that is hot on the local area, to understand local problems. For example, like Indonesia, we have like many websites sharing hoax or untrue information related to the politics or everything. Maybe we can like try to make people understand more how you can identify that this website is untrustable or which website to be trustable in that case. Will be related to the internet health, I think.
Thank you. Then we have Prathamesh.
Okay, so I think that 3 campaigns could be something which the Open Innovation team can think of. The first is a Support Mozilla campaign, because the thing is, many people who are sitting next to me in my office or in my friend circle, they use Firefox and they ultimately land with some of the Firefox problem. Example, some site is not opening or the Firefox is crashing all the time. So support campaign will empower not only reps but the people who are aspiring for reps to prepare for most of the things which happen next to it or for which the Mozilla is known for, as in product and support stuff. The next campaign which I think is more of into marketing, because we received when I was a rep, I was in the reps council and in the review team. We used to get budget bucks for marketing stuff, as in Firefox or Mozilla presence in some or the other event and stuff like that. So probably we can encourage campaigns which are around marketing by collaborating with the marketing team. And the third thing which I feel the open innovation can prove a great thing is into reactivating a community. As of now, we have the Activate campaign, which takes care of most of the contributions towards Mozilla. But in terms of community reactivation, we don't have any campaign which I've seen so far in my tenure as a reps council. So that is something which we can work on.
Perfect. We have 3 minutes left. Are there any pressing questions regarding the elections in general? Good, good. Then
do we have some questions for the next town hall meeting?
Some of them are going to be the same, I guess. There are at least 2 really
Wow.
good ones.
Well, if only the others council member will join and they should answer them. I don't think we need to repeat because this is recorded and we also have documented it. In order to gain time, I would put the most important questions, as mentioned, to those that did not attend. Till then, it's even a bit unfair because they will have like 2 more days or something to think about them. So I think we don't need to retake the questions. That's my opinion. Again,
we can figure that out until Thursday.
Exactly.
Perfect. Thank you everybody for joining. Have a nice day, night, wherever you are, and see you on Thursday.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, everyone.
Bye bye.